Hi guys, today is day 2 of the RetroHavoc. We are back at the curve and we are here to see some nice cars. So why don't we go and take a look first and then you guys catch out there?
Yeah, so I think the event there is over like 800 over cars over here from Singapore, Malaysia and Thailand, and I don't even know if we can cover everything.
My friend.
William, can you tell us more about these two cars? What are they?
These are the old JDM
Bosozoku or Shakotan? Shakotan. L'Oreal. L'Oreal.
This is L'Oreal. This one don't know what.
Canmelia.
JSP.
JSP. These are quite nice, their bodywork quite bizarre. So I heard it's from what? Japanese gangster. Last time they own self do their own body kit and everything on, right? And the exhaust also they everything fabricate.
This happened, you see it in Tokyo Auto Salon.
Tokyo Auto Salon myself. So we have a couple of Datsuns over here. So fun. Okay. These are like starting Datsun.
To me, the coolest thing about Datsun, right, is like I think maybe 5 years ago nobody really cared about Datsun fair.
Yeah.
But then now they are like the top of the town.
It's like, I could say it's like one of the starter JDM cars you can collect, you know. Like see, there's 510 Coupe, there is the saloon, the sedan, and if you're lucky like Jeffrey, you can get the wagon.
So here we have R34 4-walker Skyline from Too Fast Too Furious, but it's a bit more unique because instead of its ordinary engine, it has a V12. Take a look at that, guys. Take a look at that.
Now this is something sick. This is very very sick.
How they fit such a huge block in a very tight space.
And it's not easy. The torque of V12 is a lot. But again, it's a Skyline, so I think it can handle the torque.
Have you seen the steering wheel?
Okay. Why Man, this is interesting, man. This is my favorite car of the entire show. You can tell you're a big fan of movie cars, especially the Ghostbusters series. So you even have the... what's it called? The Proton tank, alright. And that is a lot of dedication right there. So can you tell us more about the car?
It's a Volvo 245 GL. So 1986 model. The car itself is basically like almost from scratch. You cannot find freaking 1969 Cadillac Miller Meteors. So closest, nice long, Volvo wagon. I did all my research, built all the parts myself. Source whatever parts that I couldn't build, I assembled everything.
I think the wiring is one of the main...
It's hell.
It's hell, right? Yeah. So, like the movie,
not in Afterlife. So this is based on the 1984 one.
the first one.
Yeah, the first one. So doesn't have the gunner seat. So I wish I could fit that in. It's just that Malaysia wouldn't let me drive this car. If I was only this in the US, then yes.
Thank you so much for sharing with us your ride. I hope to see you next year again, and maybe on the streets. So next time I got ghosts, I know who to call already. Yeah, definitely.
I ain't in a teed up, I turn them to vegan. I'm really a creature, she sent me the beacon. I beat it and flee it. They tell like these niggas won't beat me, they can't. I'm somewhat tucked off, I'm late in the shade and I'm counting mine. Still ain't made it, I'm jaded, my latest, my greatest. I ain't ever caving, they see me, I'm him, I'm a gym in the soil.
Okay, so fun. Yeah, we have come to this little corner. Not many people over here. Maybe to them the cars are not interesting, but these cars are
Gen 1 Estimas, right?
Generation 1 Estimas and other names that I forget. Just now William Naga told me about it. But these are the original OG family minivans.
Look at that, how low is that?
Yeah, look, it's damn low. So this colorway looks like the Toyota Crown. It has the white and the two-tone color. I think it looks damn good. Yeah, I think that might be Gen 1. I think this is Gen 1, then facelift a bit. I think quite unique.
Think about all these cars here, right? You guys can see how diverse and how rich the culture is here. So you get a good mix of JDM, you do have German cars, you do even have family cars.
Yeah.
So it's very different compared to what we really normally see in Singapore, because in Singapore it's always the fast cars, sporty, flashy cars. But here is, you get a good mix.
I think it's like you don't have to have a fast car or a flashy car to be a see them maybe on the Malaysia Expressway.
Yeah, especially the first few ones.
But it's nice to see, you know, that there is a group of enthusiasts that appreciate this style of vehicles that are not
And
very
we appreciate it too.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
This is the original Mustang.
You could say original, not so original. It's been converted. It's converted here in Malaysia, parts in Australia.
I think this car is for sale if I recall. It's for sale.
The guy was for sale just now. I got his number.
His price is 6 digits. Ringgit lah.
Sale.
But a V8 Mustang is really expensive. But then a right-hand drive one is even more expensive.
I think the American muscle scene in Singapore can be covered a lot more.
But
Especially because the issue would be the left-hand drive lah.
Yeah.
Because most of these cars are manufactured as left-hand drives and it's very very hard to get a right-hand drive unit. And if you were to get a right-hand drive unit, there's a high chance that it's not a very nice unit.
maybe it's not approved also.
Yeah, so it's a bit hard for us in Singapore to uncover this type of culture, but I really appreciate them because in America it's like big engine, you know, high cylinders.
The big boys.
Yeah,
man.
it's crazy lah.
I think we have some American muscle in Singapore. We got Corvettes, we have the
have a
Ford
few.
Galaxy.
Yes.
Actually, that was not a... Okay, let's not say muscle cars.
No lah, let's just say American
cars in
cars.
general.
Not much, but at least we have lah.
And then we have a Ford Thunderbird. This is the size of an S-Class. This is how big American cars are.
Oh, man, just having your lunch on the hood on the...
I think you can sleep behind, in front, shower in the middle.
No, why buy a house?
Why buy a house when you can buy a Ford Thunderbird?
They loud in their feelings, they barking these riddles. Already told you won't find no one realer. I go from me cool to the top of your list. Turn this to a crib and a whip with a tint on it. Phone been on silent, I been on my shit. Whole globe on the fritz, I bought up my fist. Bitch, part of my glitz, stick a part of me sick with it like it's 06. Going dumb in the sticks on a bitch real quick. Fresh when I drift.
I think my friends here, they say this car is very rare in Malaysia, correct?
Yes, correct.
Can you please tell us a little bit more?
Okay, this is Proton R3, Satria GTI R3 to be exact. This car was produced in 2003, 2004 like that lah, if I'm not mistaken lah. After this car finished production, Satria new came out. This car only produced about 150 unit only in Malaysia. What's the rare part of this car? The engine was not the same as the Satria 1.8 GTI. This is a tune engine from Proton, stage 1. Tune engine, cam tune, high cams, yes. And then the cam pulley, gasket, yes, thickened gasket. The body is lightened, double well, sport well. This is not the ordinary Satria. Okay, this is the special edition Satria. Other than that, for the interior, if Satria GTI R3 original, they will come with Recaro seat, original Recaro seat. This car is really fun to drive because of the handling. If this previous owner already changed to coil over, upgrade the coil over. But if you buy this car with the stock suspension, because the handling is tuned by Lotus, so the handling is very good and
Very direct.
very direct. Yes, very direct. They rarely show up.
Yeah, they are kept indoors usually.
Okay, and I keep this car original. Even the livery also original. The rims are original. Everything is original. Everything is stock in this car. Then it will come with carbon fiber spoiler lah, with R3 original.
Yeah.
The handling is not the same as the usual Satria. You see the door trim? All red door trim. Satria GTR R3 original come with red door trim lah.
Can you tell us more about it?
Can, no problem. Can. We can go there. Finish already?
Finish already.
You can't import this car anymore because of Japan already put this car as a history car. History for Japan. This car was only used by Yakuza and President.
The higher ups lah.
The higher ups and the Majesties. Century have two models actually. In 1995, they have two models. One is the long base one, V12 engine, comes with V12 engine. This is not the long base one. This is the short wheelbase one. So it comes with V8 engine. Okay, I'll show you something. In 1995, Japanese already made this technology. Digital meter, bro.
Oh,
It's a digital cluster.
This is damn sick. Digital cluster.
Digital cluster, bro, in 1995. And one more interesting part. For smoking, bro.
This one's solid. Solid. Fire. Oh, yeah, thank you so much, man.
Okay,
Thank
no
you so
problem.
much.
No problem. Okay, if anyone who interested to buy this car, I'm selling this car for 400,000.
you,
By the
thank
way,
you.
my name is Hanafi. And your name
Hanafi,
is
Suivan.
Steven. Your name?
Jeffrey.
Jeffrey. Hi,
Okay.
Jeffrey. You? Mohan. Okay. Hey,
Sorry.
nice to meet you guys.
Hey, thank you. Can you tell us more about your first RetroHavoc?
Yeah, so that was when I was still in uni, didn't have a lot of money. So I had like a really old shitbox Toyota Corona that I brought along with like all these Singaporeans all the way to KL. So yeah, I mean like sometimes it's really more about the company than just the cars lah. I mean it's the whole experience, right? And like I'm always reminded of our dear friend Vic who passed away last year. What a great company he was, and you know how he didn't discriminate what car you were driving. You know, he was just there to make sure that everyone, you know, had a really good time. So yeah.
What I realized driving up to KL with all the Singaporean cars is not an easy task because you're driving pretty old cars, right? So it's quite nice to see how everyone looks out for one another, and that's something really beautiful about the car community, I feel. Ever since I started playing car, I would say in my teens, I wasn't even driving, but I used to go to car shows and all. But everybody was so inclusive. You know, there's no like
There's no boundaries and
exclusivity.
what, yeah.
Everyone is more than happy to share their passion, share their cars. So it's really very positive. And then coming here to KL, meeting the people from Thailand, meeting people from Malaysia, it's really awesome.
Yeah. Then you also got Lao Pa over here, guiding us for everything. Tao Ke over here.
Looking out for us all.
Yeah, looking out for us all the time. The leader.
Yeah. To end off, right, we should say what our dear friend used to say.
Correct.
1, 2, 3. I bring the havoc to RetroHavoc.
Alright.
Alright, so we're somewhat reaching the end of today, but we will be continuing our drive in KL, and we might maybe have some adventures. So stay,
Yeah, so stay tuned for it. Yeah. So
Bye.
stay safe.
stay safe, stay happy, and we'll catch you guys in the next episode.
Yeah. RE Super Game.
Absolutely, because I bring the havoc to RetroHavoc.